Welcome, ladies. Welcome back to Sisterland Investors. For those that are new, my name is Elizabeth. My sister Cindy is out with her daughter right now, but we're going to get started in today's topic. I want to discuss mindset. That is my passion. That is my forte. That is my life mindset. And I want to share that passion and forte with all of you ladies here. And I want to give you three little key points. I honestly, a lot of people say it's 80-20 or 60-40. I like to say it's 90-10. Like 90% is mindset and that 10% is action. So you do need both. I'm not going to deny that, but you need more action in the mind in the right direction. I'm going to state that one more time. You need more mindset in the right direction in order to take more action in the right direction. So, yes, I'm a huge believer in mindset. We have a couple of girls in our mastermind. We have it so tight, super close. We just have like four of us because I didn't want it to get too big, but I know a lot of you ladies have been asking about this mindset. Ooh, I'm getting messages. Many of you ladies have been asking about getting this mindset group, mastermind. It's huge. I really believe in it. DM me, follow me on social media, DM us, let us know that you're interested. And maybe in 2025, we'll open 2 or 3 more spots. I don't know. It's just, you have to keep it close to stay laser focused on what you want. And that's with everything. With everything. Oh my God, I'm getting a lot of notifications. What's going on? So let's start with my favorite, which is tip number 1, my favorite, starting with the end in mind. So that's a huge mindset shift for a lot of us. Knowing what you want, knowing what your goal is huge because you know where to go, what to do. So starting with the end in mind for us business ladies, sit down, write it down. It's the end of the year, ladies. We need to sit down and say, okay, we're in October, about to go into November. What do I want these last 3 or 2 months or 1 month, depending on when you're listening to this, to look like? And if it's the beginning of the year, start there. Like, what do I want the end of this year to look like? So starting always with the end in mind, which is huge coming towards the end of 2024, going into 2025. Maybe you want to start there. What do I want next year at this time to look like for me? How much do I want in my savings? How much do I want in my retirement? How much assets do I want to have? How many pieces of property do I want to own? How many do I want to finance? Do I want to pay off all my debt? Is the investor's debt? Whatever it is that your goals are. Do I want to take a new class? Am I going to learn a new language? Am I going to learn a new program to better my business? Am I going to network more, meet more amazing ladies like this group? All those things that you write down are huge because it will move you, it will propel you, and you will start taking action. But we need to start with the end in mind. I'll give you an example. We have 2 more months left for 2024 as of right now when I'm speaking and recording this. My end goal is to spend quality time with my loved ones for holidays. And in order for me to do that every holiday, I have to hustle and grind all year long to get to November and December and kind of just slide through or wave through, which is not always a slide through or wave through because we do have to work. You business ladies know that it's always working, but at least not as much. Like we give time. We have our kids off for Thanksgiving. We have them again off for Christmas. We want to give them that time and attention when they're off. So that's been my goal for the last couple of years, and I've been able to accomplish it. Thank God, and thank my husband and my business and my sister and family that supported me and pushed me through all this. But I want you ladies to feel that freedom, that sense of I can do this, because you can do it. So write down your goals. So another goal for 2025, what is it that you want the end of 2025 to look like? Write everything down: health, wealth, your love life, your children, your family, your friends. We need time with friends, your business, your work. Is it a book that you want to write? Is it a new business that you want to start? Whatever it is, write it down. Start with the end in mind. And even, ladies, even if it's not that clear, still write it down, make it big, broad, and then later you can fill in the details. A lot of those details may change as time goes by, but it's okay. Write it down and do not be scared to go big. That's point number 2 for mindset. We have to, ladies, we have to always think big and think bigger. I feel that I'm not always thinking big and bigger on a day-to-day basis. I'm always like, oh my God, like I hear myself, like I'm barely like have time to make my day. I don't have enough hours in the day. And I catch myself saying those little things within myself. But I highly recommend for all you ladies to think bigger. Whatever it is that you want to do, 10x it, 20x it, 30x it. Like, don't be scared, because that is momentum. That will get you fired up and you're going to be like, oh, I want to do that. Like, that's exciting. Whatever excites you, make it bigger. If you want to reach, I don't know, 500K in 6 months, say 1 million in 6 months. If you want to own so many assets, let's say 50 assets or farms or ranches or land or whatever it is that you do, homes or multifamilies, if you set a goal for 10 or 20 or 50 in the first quarter of the month, just go a little bit higher, because it's okay if you fall a little shorter. Like, always go a little higher than what you were thinking or feeling or wanting. And do not be hard on yourself if you fall short. Ladies, when we start doing this mindset shift of thinking bigger, going to the end, writing things down, things start propelling you. It's called the reticular activating system. My background's nursing. I learned all this. So that part of the brain is huge, because what you focus on, or what you train your mind to focus on, it will start looking for that data input and showing you, like it'll show you like, okay, she wants so many assets by March or by the end of 2024, by the end of 2025. It'll show you ways. Don't ask how. It happens all the time for me. I don't know how it happens, but you start noticing. And I'll give you examples, which many of you probably have heard. When you decide to get that nice red car, sports car, or you start thinking about it, what do you start noticing on the road? On the road, you start noticing everyone driving that red sporty car. You start seeing it in commercials. You start seeing it in magazines. You start seeing it in your feed on your iPhone. And it's amazing how it starts giving you more of that. So you are a feed. You're your own feed. When I mean feed, is like how social media feeds you what you like, what you press like. You are your own feed. And what you like is what you sit down, take the time to write it, and say, I want this by the end of 2024 or the end of 2025. Make sure you write it down. Be precise. The more precise, the better. Ladies, it works. It works. It works. It works. It works. I've tried it in every area of my life. I've tried it with my husband. I tried it with children. I've tried it with homes, with cars, with relationships, with businesses. It works. I'm telling you, I don't know how it works, but it works. So you have nothing to lose. Try it. Go for it. Point number 3. And this is the best one, ladies. I always save the best for last. Point number 3. It might sound like, oh, really? That's so cheesy. But ladies, you have to have more fun. If you're not having fun, you're wasting your life away. I'm going to say that one more time. You have to have more fun. If you're not having fun in what you're doing on a daily basis, not just on the weekends, on a daily basis, you're wasting your life away. Here's an example. When I worked at corporate America, as a nurse, I love being around my patients. I did executive health. And I love being with my patients. I love talking to them, hearing how they got from the bottom to the top, hearing their stories, how they started their own business and their CEOs, global CEOs. That was my favorite part, interacting with these huge corporations and their CEOs and their C-level execs. I love that. But once I sat down to dictate, because back then we had to type everything down as a nurse to do the nursing notes, I didn't like that as much. I was like, oh, I don't want to do this, but you had to. And that's where I spent most of my time. Like, well, it seemed like it would go on for hours. I was with the patients for at least 4 or 5 hours in the morning. And then I would spend another 4 or 5 hours in the afternoon dictating and typing and putting all the information I had gathered about them into the computer or the CRMs and all that. And I was like, well, I'm having fun meeting them, talking to them, discussing. I love talking to people. But then I hated the actual doing the work and making sure, because I did travel medicine, making sure that the vaccines were intact and were not expired and all that. The refrigerator was cool enough. We had the latest and greatest technology for what's going on in Africa, what's going on in Asia, where these people are traveling to. Excuse me. Excuse me. So part of it was fun, but not all of it was fun. And that's with our business as well. There's going to be moments where we don't have fun. There's a lot of moments that I'm like, my business is not super fun. Like the data scrubbing, the data entry, all that is not super fun. What I love to do is talk to people. I love to talk on the phone. I love to interact with these buyers, sellers, investors, brokers, attorneys, surveyors, the developers, all those people. I love to talk to them, learn about them. What makes them tick? Why are they doing what they're doing? I love that. I'm passionate about that. So that makes my business right now super, super fun. What I'm trying to tell you, I'm saying all this because if you're not having fun, if you're not finding something to have fun on a daily basis, no matter what you go after, no matter what the end goal is, no matter what goals you write down, none of that matters if you're not enjoying it. It gave me a thumbs up. If you're not enjoying it and you're not having fun, none of that matters. And I want to introduce fun, having fun at work, in your business, in real estate, and land investing, and whatever it is that you're doing or want to do. Always remember, how can I make it fun? Fun for myself and fun for those that are around me. You want to make it fun. Figure out a way. So I'll give you an example. When we started doing the land investing and I started learning it, no, it wasn't fun. It was lonely. It was like, oh my God, behind a computer all day by myself, well, my husband, and we talk numbers, we talk this, that, but it wasn't as fun. Like I like to interact with other people. So I'm like, okay. So then I started finding ways to chit chat more with the sellers, and the ones that would sit and talk to me and answer my questions and we would bounce ideas back and forth, those are the ones that ended up buying and selling from me. And getting the money was fun. But no, the most fun was interacting, like getting to know them. Like, I bought this piece of land for my great grandkids, but they're all gone away. Some left up north, some left south, some moved to, and they don't want it. They don't want to be paying taxes on this property. So you know what, sweetie, I'll sell it to you. That became so much fun. So I told my husband, you know what? You do all the data stuff and I'll have fun talking to my people. I'm not saying that it's always fun. There's always this one rude person or someone that just had a bad moment that'll call you upset and say, you know what, I don't want to sell to you after all. Whatever the reason they give you. And a lot of times it's not fun. Or the surveyor comes back and says, this land, it's landlocked. It's not so much fun. But what I'm trying to get to is it's the little things, ladies. Listen to this carefully. It's the little things in life that make life. It's the little things in life that make life. For example, if you're a mom, you know, and if you've had children that were little, just their smile and their giggle when they're babies is huge. It's huge. A little hug and kiss from your babies, it's huge. It's the little things. You don't sit and remember like, oh, they didn't do their homework the other day, or when they were in third grade, they didn't do this. You don't sit and remember. You remember the fun things from third grade, the play where she forgot to say something, or she did the wrong move and we practiced for a week, or whatever. It's the silly, fun things. So my point is, try to do those silly, fun things on a daily basis. And it doesn't have to be huge. It could be a little thing where you and your team sit and dance for 2 seconds or 2 minutes in the morning before you start jumping on calls. That is huge. That will change your whole vibration, the way you feel, and will just get you in a good mood. And it's a great habit to start with your team. Daily jokes. Recently, we're in close to Halloween now when I'm recording this. Facebook sent me a feed because I started doing like pumpkin. My son was carving out pumpkin for his school. And I started doing a search. So it just fed me a couple of jokes for kids. And I liked them, obviously. So then we spent a whole afternoon talking about jokes, like going off saying jokes. And he just loved it. He's like, Mom, tell me another joke. Tell me another joke. And then he gets home the next day. He's like, Mom, I told my friend this joke and he liked it and my teacher liked it. And now they want me to give him more jokes, but I forgot them. Write them down. So little things like that is what makes life beautiful. And do not go out looking for them. Ladies, we have to create them. We have to be consciously creating something fun and meaningful. A lot of times, most of the people spend their whole life, let it go all by waiting for someone to say a funny joke or waiting for someone to make it fun. Do not wait for someone or something to happen. You go and make it happen. Okay? That's where I wanted to end this. Do not wait for people or things or something to change the government. Don't even get me started on that. Do not wait for any of that to change. You have to go and make things happen. You make little things happen. Like another example I'll give you is we're preparing for Halloween. Most of my son's friends come over because our block is a cold block, or our neighborhood's a cold neighborhood. We just were lucky enough to fall into this place. But all the homes here make a huge deal for Halloween. So all his little friends from other schools that he had and from baseball, from other neighborhoods, they all end up here at home. And we just have a fun time. It's so much fun. And I get to chit chat with the moms and they get to chit chat with me. And we just catch up in those 2-3 hours that the kids are trick or treating down the street. I get to interact with them and it's so much fun. Those little things are fun. Make your day fun. Make a business. If you're thinking about starting a business, think about how can I be me and have fun with it? That's a good thought, right? Because you don't want to make it all businessy and all serious and all heartaches and struggles. And there's enough of that going on. Sit down, relax, have fun with it, do the best you can. People need to hear more good things, more funny things, more jokes. Make it easy on yourself, make it easy on the others that are listening, hearing, or you have to sell or buy from. Make it easy and fun for them too, because that's what life is about. And when you have that attitude of just fun and making people happy, they pick up on it in a way that no one else knows. Oh my God, it's getting dark in here. So, anyways, I'm going to end it because now it's getting dark and the World Series is about to begin. I'll see you later, ladies. Thank you for coming in. I love you. Happy Halloween to all of you. And we'll see you on the next podcast. Chaucito.